Hi everyone and welcome to Darksiders 2 Deathinitive Edition, Deathinitive difficulty walkthrough. This is part 21, I think. Yeah, part 21, The City of the Dead, part 1. Now I'm going to split the City of the Dead in 3 parts, the third one being the boss fight only. That's rather small, and this is highly edited. Even the puzzles that really don't need me to show some parts of the puzzles, like running around, running back and stuff like that, will not be shown, but the puzzles will still remain logical in the edit, of course. So only puzzles and combat. Again, I want to try to make this shorter as we approach the end of the game. Now, we're not really at the end of the game. After the City of the Dead, we're going to visit Last Light, which will be only one chapter, really short. And then after Last Light, we're going to visit what was the place after Last Light? Oh, Earth. We're going to Earth, where we're going to be playing with a new mechanic, with a new gameplay mechanic, which is kinda cool in some aspects and kinda not so much in others. But I will be talking about that when we get there. Now, City of Dead is actually a really long dungeon. It will be the last part we see the environment of the Land of the Dead. Yeah, as you can see, we are already using the Soul Splitter, the new gameplay mechanic that we just got in the previous chapter. And yeah, so you can understand, as I'm editing this a lot, as there are a lot of these Soul Splitter mechanics in this City of the Dead, when you have to split souls and switch switches, sorry for the redundancy, and you know, stand in 2 different places, or you know, put the statue, which is basically the real death, in some platform, and then move that platform and move switches and stuff like that. So really not riveting puzzles here. As I said before, I prefer the Darksiders 1 puzzles that were more kind of like Zelda. It's more like a Zelda style in Darksiders 1, when you have to kinda go a certain path to get certain item, and then sometimes you have to backtrack because there was a place that you couldn't access until you got that item. But the game mostly keeps himself more streamlined and more direct in its routes than Darksiders 2, that is more like an open world sort of stuff. Some people have called it an open world. I do not agree, but I'm not gonna enter again in another discussion about the open world status of this game. I will say that this is a hub world, as I would like to call it. That's kind of like a Dark Souls and Bloodborne games that have large areas that have a lot of paths to them, like the whole cathedral ward in Bloodborne. But later is streamlined as well, because when you get into a dungeon in Darksiders 2, there is only one path that you can take. So, and if you don't really have trouble with the fucking with the fucking hub world, if you're not really that actually want to, you know, explore things so much, well then it's not really bothersome. It's not really something that should be complained about. I think that's the only thing that in this game kind of drags it back a little. The whole world stuff, the open world, if you want to say it like that, the open world stuff is not really so interesting to explore. Let's just call it like that. And that's the only thing that detracts the experience, I think, because everything else is top notch here. Maybe the locking on and some combat scenarios, or you know, the camera. I didn't want to heal there, I remember. I didn't want to heal, but I just healed. Yeah, the camera is not the best among some small other things, but this game is so fantastic. So I was talking in the last video, when we get to some place, this is all puzzles, guys, so I'm just going to talk about something else. Oh, by the way, I just got a new main story DLC. Well, I didn't got it, I already have it, but it didn't activate it, which is called the Abyssal Forge. We are going to be doing the Abyssal Forge, and there is another part, another piece of DLC that is accessible only from the main menu, not from the game itself. And we'll be doing both of those DLCs. We'll be doing everything that, minus some side quests, you know, but everything that is stories and bosses, all of them, as I said in the beginning of this walkthrough, and the Crucible, of course. So yeah, I in the previous video I mentioned about the starting of my channel and me not really understanding how you can come up to YouTube or Twitch thinking about making money, like from the get-go. Like, I think this is more like a hobby kind of stuff, and if you happen to actually attract a lot of people at some point, or with either luck, you know, like getting published somewhere because you did something cool and you attract people like that, or just by, you know, sticking over it by time and stuff like that, that's totally fine. And if you begin to make money, that's great, but I don't think this should be approachable like from the get-go, like trying to make money. I think that's a stupid notion, to be honest. I think YouTube is just a piece of fucking shit. I have to be honest here. Like, I think YouTube, like the other day I was I'm a subscriber of channel Awesome, which is basically a lot of critics of games, and the Nostalgia Critic is there, which he's a critic who does a lot of videos of movies, bad movies usually, and he's a lot of fun. It's funny. I used to follow him from his own channel back in the days, where he was like doing videos of really bad quality, until now that is kind of like really famous in the internet. So I'm happy, but yeah, the other day his channel just got crushed, like, and his channel has like close to 1 million subscribers, I think, or close to 500k subscribers. So and his channel lost all monetary support and kinda almost blocked all access from it. And YouTube, and he said, he put up a video and he said that there was no way he could contact YouTube because no humans answer any type of like phone. There's no play on YouTube. There's no place, on YouTube where you can contact another human being and talk to another human being and ask him what the fuck happened here. Why am I getting blocked? What? And it was because of a copyright problem, which he said he usually has, but he never closed down his channel, and now he did. It did. So and he said like, if this can happen to me, which I'm a fairly big channel, like 500k plus, what is the hope of other YouTubers that could come across with something like this? And you know, YouTube just takes down your channel and takes down all your videos. It took down all of his videos, all of his monetized videos. Like, imagine that, like losing the entire library of videos. And on top of that, he waited 3 fucking weeks for some kind of answer, because he couldn't, like, the only way to contact support was like from an email standpoint. And he waited 3 weeks until he did the video. And when he did the video, at the other day he did the video, like, he did the video one day, and at the other day, like less than that, I think, like 12 hours after he did the video, his channel was back up, his videos were back up, and his monetization was back up. So I think that leaves a really bad, like that's one of the reasons why I said you cannot make a living off YouTube, because YouTube is it's no longer a human entity. It's like it's fucking controlled by Skynet. Like if something happens to your channel, you're fucked. Like if imagine something like this happening to me, and I can make a video and talk about it and complain, but he is actually a lot of famous, so he got tweeted and retweeted and shared, and in some form that got to some important people on YouTube, which we don't fucking know who they are. Do you realize this? Do you realize that we have no contact with human fucking beings in YouTube? Like, we sign contracts. Like I can contact TCN because I have a contract with TCN if something happens to my channel, and I can actually talk to a human being, and maybe I can get help from TCN because I can actually talk to the other human beings over the fucking phone or Skype. But YouTube itself, you don't have any way to talk to another human being. How is that possible? How something so big like YouTube, and they actually make money out of you because they took a percentage of the money you make on your videos, and on top of that they can shut down your channel and not even answer you. And this happened to big channels. I'm just talking to big I'm talking from a big channel standpoint here. I just cannot believe that. I just cannot believe that you can't contact another human being, and you can wait up to 3 fucking weeks without any fucking response of why your channel is now missing. Like, imagine that standpoint. Imagine that you are, you're a big channel, you're making you're living off of YouTube, like the single income of money, and then that happens to you. Imagine 3 weeks. 3 weeks are almost a month without paying, without getting money. Almost a fucking month. How do you plan to live that month? Because yes, YouTube gave back his channel, his monetization, but did YouTube paid for that 3 weeks that was offline? No, he didn't. Did they apologize? Did they send him an email apologizing or explaining what was the situation, why they couldn't contact him, why they didn't contact him? No, it was just back. That's even more fearful than the first, like the vanishing point. That they can just, press a button and make your channel go away, and then press it again and make your channel come back, but they don't pay for those weeks that went offline, or they don't answer for what happened. It's just like some fucking dictatorship. So how could you, in any measure, plan on living on YouTube? Like, I'm not talking about myself, because I make like nothing out of YouTube, like literally nothing. I just don't even use the money sometimes. And this is because I got partnered with TCN, because out of YouTube itself I was making even less. But I get almost nothing because my channel is really small, and I don't really care about it because I didn't start my channel thinking about making money. But like, I have to wonder where are all these politics of YouTube going? Where are all this dehumanization of YouTube that is currently happening now? What's the future of this? Because YouTube Red is coming out, and you cannot really discuss YouTube Red with any sort of YouTube support. Like, you cannot say, okay, I don't want YouTube Red, or I want. You can actually like, they send like a contract for YouTube Red, and if you don't sign it, then you're fucked. You're fucked because the future is YouTube Red. do you realize what's one of the main reasons why I said I couldn't even begin to think about making a living here? Like, not even if I were successful. That's the reality. That's the sad reality of this. Not even if my channel, like, I don't know, something gets famous, or I get a lot more subscribers and I start making enough money to live by YouTube, which will be like sort of weird for me, because I know it's not gonna happen. But let's take that scenario. Let's take that I make actual money that I can live. Can I actually trust this enterprise that I will every single month? What happens if I upload a video, I get a fucking copyright strike or two, and they shut down my video, shut down my channel for an entire month or two? What happens if they never answer after that, and I lose my entire fucking walkthroughs, my entire channel? I can't really trust this service. I wish it wouldn't have been so. I wish it had some sort of competition. I wish it wasn't so like the single best place. Like, there are other places I know, like Vimeo, I think it's one, but I really, the monopolization is so big that I cannot even occur other places besides Twitch. But Twitch is different. Twitch is streaming, and I cannot really stream. I can't, because I have like 1 megabyte of upload. Like, I wish I could stream. By the way, this is a really difficult combat arena. But I want to finish this idea. Like, I wish to stream as well as upload walkthroughs and stuff, because I know that the future may be going towards more streaming and not that much about videos. And at the moment I can't stream. I tried to stream, like a technical stream, like seeing it for myself, and it's such a shitty quality that like I can't. Like, I would love to start streaming stuff before the walkthroughs, you know. Like, for example, I'm playing the Evil Within. I bought Evil Within on PS4. I'm playing Evil Within on Survivor to unlock Nightmare and Akumu, to play on Akumu for the upcoming not walkthrough, maybe playthrough. And I would love to stream the kind of road to Akumu difficulty, right? I could stream some cool gameplay about Survivor, because I actually not playing, I'm not upgrading my health, so I don't get complacent with enemy hits, because that's gonna help me on Akumu. So I wish I could actually stream that, because it could be fun for subscribers, anyone who kind of wants to see that. And I could stream Dark Souls 3 when the first playthrough. It would be a lot easier to stream it than to actually record everything. And I could have streamed the DLC of Bloodborne. That would have been so fucking cool, instead of having to do a blind playthrough. I would stream a lot of stuff that maybe would have not become a real walkthrough, like the meantime. For example, Transformers. I could stream Transformers because I'm still playing the game. I'm going to Prime, and I couldn't stream that, but I just can't. 1 megabyte of upload is not even close to 720p at least. I would like to stream at 720p at least, and I think I cannot even achieve that. So for the moment, no. Maybe in the future. But getting back to the topic at hand, like, I cannot understand anyone who can live by the norms of YouTube. In that regard, Twitch is a lot better, because I actually I see I'm in contact with a lot of the streamers, and I ask him a lot of questions about this relationship with the mods and the administrators, admins, and stuff like that. And they actually, Twitch has a human contact base. You can actually call them. You can actually, you know, ask them questions. You can actually even call the fucking owners of Twitch and ask him questions. It's so much more humanized than YouTube. YouTube is Skynet. YouTube is the fucking Matrix, and not even, because you can in Matrix at least you could talk with the fucking agents. Here you can't talk with anyone. with any fucking form of human being, and they can take out your channel whenever they feel like it. Like, it's not even a copyright, like the copyright problem with the strikes and the copyright things about the monetization, you know, and just, you know, a piece of music or sound that gets recognized by someone, it's just immediately fucking taken down, or maybe just not be able to monetize, which I don't give a fuck. I have a lot of videos that have been copyrighted, and I just don't give a fuck. I publish them anyway, and I make no money off them. Like, that's my solution, because I don't give a fuck about copyright issues. Like, what am I going to do? Like, hold the video hostage for like 2 weeks until the monetization strike goes away, maybe? So I stop uploading something, like, and that's exactly another one of the things that they use. Like, they use your time, they fuck up with your time. That's usually how it goes. That's why many trials don't become trials, and they became arrangements, because no one, like, you spend a fortune in lawyers, and that's kind of like what YouTube does. It holds hostage your video, so you have to choose between publishing and actually like putting something up for your subscribers that like and follow you, or just hold your video hostage because you cannot make money of it and you want to make money of it. Luckily for me, that's not that big of a thing, but for channels that make money, that actually make money, like they can hold them hostages or they can close them down, and that is, for me, it's just fucking insane. So yeah, so that's basically why I will never leave off YouTube. So I hope I got the idea through. This was part 21, the City of the Dead, part 1, and I'll see you in part 2, guys. Take care.